Hello everybody, it's Griever84 here, and this is a video I've talked about doing for a long time and never actually got around to recording, but because of popular demand here, I'm going to show you guys a very basic base that you can set up here with limited materials early on in the game for those of you who might struggle getting established in Don't Starve Together. So, first thing that you want to do is you're going to want to find a nice open area like I have right here. You're going to want to get yourself a pitchfork to begin with, alright? So we're going to go ahead and grab our pitchfork, we're going to go ahead and dig out a central square, and we're going to continue that, just like this. So you've got two diagonally, and then two diagonally. So that gives you a total of 5 squares, and you're just going to continue on the other side, and you're going to make yourself an X here. And you can... honestly, you can dig up these squares any way that you want to, but basically you're wanting a 5x5 piece of land that you can build your base on. So we're just going to go ahead and do that real quick here. Okay, now we have our nice little 5x5 piece of land here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some wooden flooring that I prepared already before I started this, and we're just going to go ahead and lay that down. Now, obviously this looks a little bit different than what you guys normally see on my stream. I've disabled pretty much every mod except for a couple of, like housekeeping mods that I use to create this video. And so that way this setup will show you exactly how it looks for not only PC players but console as well, for those of you who don't have mods or aren't capable of running them. Now, I did something very specific here, and I left this central tile open, and the reason for that is because in the middle of it I am going to put an ice fling-o-matic. Now, here's the thing about an ice fling-o-matic is that if I position it right where there's no flooring, as you can see, it will cover basically everything that is going to be built on the wooden flooring. So, for those of you with wildfires enabled, this will ensure that your base is always secure. Okay, so we have the bare minimum that we need here for our base. Now, the next part is just basically putting down things that we want. So, first things we're going to do is we're going to put down a lightning rod, because that is important. So we're going to put that right there. And then we'll go ahead and drop our alchemy engine over here. Once again, make sure it's within the circle. We're also going to drop our shadow manipulator. And we will also drop our meat effigy. So that way we can ensure that if something were to happen to our poor little Wilson here, he would be able to come back. Other things you can put down a think tank. You could also put down your tackle receptacle as well, because these are all different stations that you need to build everything. You could also put down a cartographer's desk if you happen to be playing with friends. Potter's wheel as well, because you never know when you're going to need those structures. So that's basically like our little science corner. Then up over here I do a pseudo kitchen. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down a bird cage, and then we're going to put down food, or means of food. So I keep it really simple here. There are more elaborate crockpot setups that you can do, but this will get your average user something that doesn't take up a lot of space, and also will allow them to benefit. And then our classic icebox in the center. And what this means is as we use the icebox, we can reach every single crock pot without actually closing the icebox, which means you can quickly cook. Other things that you can do here as well, you could also put down a salt box to save the meats. And just put that off to the side so you can, basically put your meats and vegetables in there as necessary. Speaking of vegetables, there is space that if you so desire, you could put down a singular farm. You could also put down mushroom planters as well. Actually going to drop my backpack over here so we can make a few more. This way you can grow the 3 different types of mushrooms. And then from there, it's pretty much, like I described this on my stream, it's pretty much whatever you want to throw into this is, like, there's no wrong way to do this. This setup is modular. It can be dropped in any random spot in your world, whether you're basing there or if you just need like a little outpost. You can, drop down what you need and then, come and go as you please. Now, you might notice I have some saplings and grass tufts in my backpack here, and one of the cool things about this is if you dig up the flooring for a moment, just to show you guys this, you can then plant your twigs and grass. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so now that we've got that planted, the best part about this is you can then come back, place the turf back, or the tile back down, and your grass and twigs will now grow on wooden tiles. Other things that you can put down for survivability reasons, of course, you can place yourself a tent for winter. You could place yourself a siesta lean-to for summer. And then all important are your fire pits. Now, one thing I usually do is I will place my regular fire pit within the flingo. And the reason for that simply is because anytime that I'm using an actual fire pit, I'm not going to want to have the ice flingomatic on. The same cannot be said for the endothermic fire pit, which I'll actually put outside its range. And I usually put it over in my kitchen area, so that way I can have light over here for my crock pots and still keep cool at the same time. And just to show you the range, obviously the endothermic fire pit is safe, whereas the regular fire pit gets extinguished. But yeah, from here, as you can see, there's plenty of space to still add in your own structures, and anything else that you really want to add in. You could add in a moon dial so you could track the lunar phases. You could drop down an Ocu-Vigil so that way your base is always lit up on the map, even if you walk away, so you can keep tabs on it. You put down, like up here off of the tiles. There is still a little bit of space in just off the wooden tiles for you to put things down that, are fun to have but not necessarily required. So, like rainometer, thermal measurer. You can actually pack a lot of space in here. And then finally, of course, the all-important, you must have some space to store everything. So you can then put down chests as needed. And with that, that is my 5x5 modular base build for Don't Starve Together for beginner players. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like down below. Hit the bell for notifications here on YouTube. And most definitely leave a comment with any questions that you might have that I could elaborate in the comments down below. You can always check me live on twitch.tv/Griever84, and good luck surviving.